Hello and welcome back to Factorio. I'm Avon, and in this episode we were planning to do some science, I believe. So let's do some science. A couple of things first. We need to extend the bus, and I think there is a huge cliff in the way. So I'm thinking we're going to blow up the cliff. I have had a huge discussion with myself and, well, I agree. So, cliff explosives are needed, and for the cliff explosives, we need barrels, which is steel, grenades, which are coal and iron, and explosives, which are coal, sulfur, and water. So let's see, this thing is lamp 1, 2 and power 1, 2 and power. Just what? Nope. Oh, there's one here as well. So we have the red and there, I guess. We need to do that manually because our base doesn't reach this far, I believe. Let's check. Yeah, doesn't reach this far. Oh well, I'm going to build some here anyway. Let's remove some trees. Oh, this is a blacklist one. Let's make it a whitelist one. Good. So, cliff explosives need sulfur. They need coal, which we have here, but we have them here as well somewhere there. So we can do grenades, which are needed for the cliff explosives, or we can just make a whole bunch of explosives and take it from there. I might do some botting of this, but we need steel and we need grenades. So if we place it somewhere here, we actually have both grenades here, steel here, and then we can import sulfur. I guess if we want to, we can pull a belt all the way. That way we don't have to make the coal belt any longer from here. But let's quickly check. Explosives are used for artillery shells as well, I believe, and we are going to use those. Yeah, those need plastic as well. And plastic, let's see. Maybe we should outpost this. Probably not. This is a typical thing for the main base. So iron, copper, steel, plastic, and explosives. And we already discussed the explosives. They need this. So if we build it down there, we need the plastic belt to go down there as well, which is fine because we have plastic going down on the bus. How about we bring sulfur down on the bus as well? Nah. But this is quite fun. Maybe we get just half a belt. Go through here. Let's look at this. If we go here, this is going to be spaghetti heaven, which is fun. So here, I guess, and then here, here, here. Then we just drag. Sure. Oh. We have the bots, so we can always move this later if we want. So let's turn off our armor now and let the base do this thing. Good. And of course we crash. No, that's fine. That's great. Okay, so that's sulfur. Now we need coal and water. Here's coal, here's water. Let's do the offshore pump. Nice, found it right away. That's very impressive because that recipe is for some reason very, very hard to find. And then we can I guess we don't need to bring the coal here. We can do this line. No, let's split off the bus actually here. And because this is done like that, they can share a belt. Yeah, we/they can share a belt. So how many do we need? It's chemical plants. It's not the normal machines to make the explosives, which is understandable, I guess. So let's go here, 1 and 2, and we pipe them. We need the water here. Let's set the recipe as well, just make sure the water is, yeah, it can be inserted there. Good. And then we have these. Then we need to power it. We need a lamp. We need an out belt here. And we need outserters. And this part needs power as well. Good. So how many? 4? I think 4 should be enough. And for now, I guess we need to put it in a box, but we'll set up the cliff explosives as well, I think. So that's this line with the explosives. It's grenades, which we will, I guess, get from this box. We don't need that many in the box, though. We don't need these either. There's loads of things we don't need anymore, but yes. So we also need water here. Let's finish this one first. So that goes here, and I think it's there now. Not that one, this one. Yes, perfect. And there we go, explosives. Okay. So we need grenades, and we need steel. So steel. I guess we can just drag a new belt of steel, but that makes it a bit harder to expand this. So maybe we remove this and we copy this and overkill by placing this. Chances are we will never need this many, but because I don't know, it's nice to have like that. Okay, so now we do steel on this belt, I think. Does it feel weird to share that belt? No, I think it's fine. I think steel can share. Steel is friendly. So there, and there, and there. One space between. Looks good. Okay, and cliff explosives. We definitely don't need many of those, so one machine is enough, I hope. But this machine needs the steel as well. So, well, it needs the barrels from the steel. Let's see if we have room for this. This, and this, and there. So you do barrels, steel barrels, empty barrels, and that would be, I guess, here and here. And then we have this one that goes directly here with 2 blues. Good, and Cliff explosives. So grenades, explosives, and steel. Perfect. That one goes here. This one can be put in a box here. And that's outside the network. Let's see how far outside. Far enough for us to just place a new one, I think. We have many of these, so that's fine, and it gives the bots a place to recharge after a long day of work. And let's see if we can do a power station down here. The substations, because then we can just hide it away out here and everything is powered. Good, and this thing is happening, yes. And I don't know how many these stack as, but we'll see. For now, 2 stacks should be enough. Although we can check how many goes in a stack. A logistic system, 20. So let's keep a stack on us at all times. And 40 in the box should be fine, but let's do 100 in the box instead. That would be there. Good. So now we have cliff explosives and we can blow up the world. We can build the bus as we want to build it, and we also set it up quite well for artillery. We also made way too many of these, which is fine. They do have a minimum consumption, so they are going to pull a tiny bit of power, but that's fine as well. And this belt is going for the artillery shell. It's going down here for those. Good. And then we can do the science. The reason I was looking at the bus and let's see, we have 4 of iron, which I still think is weird because we're not going to use that. And that's 4. And because of the layout of the base, we need to build here or here, and my planning was the left side. We might do some small stuff on the right side as well, but I don't want to mess up the rails here. I like the rails. And I also like that when we blow up these cliffs, this is kind of going to look a bit weird because we suddenly have room to do it in different ways. And we had more bots being constructed now. So we need more bot recharge ports up here. Oh, we can build it far. Let's not do them inside the bus anymore. Let's do one on each side. That would be here, and probably there. And then we do power for them. Can't reach. Well, let's do bots then. And there. Okay, so this should be more visible. I have no clue what we have on this belt, for instance, because it's not very visible. I believe it might be the red belt. No. Do we not have anything on that belt? Oh, it's supposed to be the second green one. Yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, so let's remove this and place this and do a, I zoomed a bit far out, and do a copy. So we can do that visually. Let's see, plop, and does that work? I'm not sure. Let's move there and see. This doesn't work at all. No, maybe if we build it as close as possible. Yes. Good. And here. I think that's it. We're going to get it all the way up now. What do we do about this one? I guess we could just... No, we're not going to merge. No. This way it will take from the leftmost belt, which is fine, which is what I want. So here and here, and green chips done. Shouldn't green chips happen? Let's see. There. So do we have green chips on both belts now? That's nice. And then we go like this. And for some reason, I kind of want to split this so we cover all of the belts, but I'm not going to because that's just going to make more belt buffer. But now we have this is quite orderly. And then we have these three as well going up here. So I'm often being quite bad at making the bus very visual, and I like when it is. So that's why I did this now. And because we are going to need many products for the science. So this is the one we're going to make first, and that one is going to take some space because it takes 21 seconds to make 3, which means we're going to need 14 machines to make 2 a second at crafting speed 1. So the same ratio as we have the other sciences. So that's 14 machines. And those are going to be built, let's see, going to remove this. And then we're going to fit a belt as close as possible to the water, which is here. And that's going to be a belt. Let's see. I was going to say that's going to be the science belt, but I'm not sure if it is going to be, because we're going to need rail, furnace, and productivity modules. So we are going to need the rails. We're going to direct insert those almost. We might do them like we do the red ones, as in we make them and funnel to 2 or 3 machines, then break. But I think it's easier to direct insert these. So we're going to look at the ratios, but if we do this, if this is the science belt, then we're going to need to red insert out to that. Then we need this belt to be the furnace and productivity modules, which is going to be weird. So that's not how we're going to do it. Excuse me. We're going to do it so we have stuff on each side, I think. As in, maybe we make the furnaces and productivity modules above or below. No, really doesn't matter though. No, I'm going to make it like that, like I first planned. So 14 machines and red inserters. So this distance, and I guess this distance from the bus. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, and 4. this. Oh no, no, let's not remove the fishies. Kind of like the shadows of the fishies. So that's this and this. Oh, but with the direct insert, we need to look at the spacing on these. So let's do the ratios. 30 rails every 21 seconds, but let's not do that. 10 rails every science pack, because 30 rails becomes 3 science packs. So 10 rails every science pack, and no, let's do them on a machine-to-machine basis. I was going to do, you know, we need 20 rails every second, that kind of thing, which I guess is fine as well. Discussing ratios and trying to explain a train of thought is a bit awkward. But let's place a machine and look at the recipe for the rails. That would be here. Stone, steel, and iron stick. Yeah, this is such an awkward recipe. And it's made in half a second. That means it makes 4 rail a second. Maybe we just do a full belt of these. Because this thing, the whole array, is going to produce 2 science a second at crafting speed 1. Which means 2 science a second, which means it will need 20 rail a second. And that if we do a full belt, that's going to be 30 rail a second. So it's 30, right? Yeah. So we can just make a red belt of these, a full red belt, because when we increase the crafting speed to 1 as in assembling machine 3, 1.25, we're going to need the belt to have the capacity. That's the thing, which it will, because then the need will be 1.25 times 20, which is 25. And the belt carries 30, so that's fine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a full belt. Good. And then we can do 1 belt that shares the electric furnaces and the productivity modules. And those we only need 1 of each of. So that can be 1 step further away. So this is the rail belt. And here. Now, to make a full belt, we need 30 a second. And I already forgot how many they make. I think they made 4 a second. 4 a second, yes. So to make 30 a second, it's 30 divided by 4. Which is 7.5, so 8 machines, or we can deal with just less because we need 25. So if this one is 4, we need 5 machines for 26 and 7. Yeah, 7 machines is fine. And let's see, and this belt is going to be the shared other product. We have so much room here now, so might as well use it. And that means we don't need this belt, and we can move this all 1 tile down. But let's see what happens first. We can always move it later. So 7 machines. 7 machines, and that's half actually. And because it is half, we could do direct insert. But if we do direct insert, we can only have... let's find the recipe again. We can only have parts coming on the top side, and we need the iron sticks being made, which we want to direct insert into the rail machine, I believe. Jeez, this recipe is so awkward. So let's do that in some weird location up here, and start by doing the other 2 products. This one is very easy. It needs red and green. But let's look at the ratio quickly. Which one is it? Productivity? Yes. So 1 takes 15 seconds. And we need a half every second. No, we need 1 every... 1 for 3 every second. So we need 0.66 because we need to make 2 a second. So 0.66 a second, or 3 every 2 seconds. 3 every 2 seconds. So what will that be? 3 times 8 is 24, so 24 every 15 seconds. So 8 machines. I believe that would be correct. So 8 machines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Those we can do not here, because then we need to change the direction of the belt, so we need them here. Good. And I guess we place them and change the recipe. Now, the way I'm making this is not expandable. I know this. But that is because if we need more science than this, that's going to be an outpost. So I'm happy with this not being expandable like that. So let's say this one, as long as this one goes here, that's fine. So we can move it like that. Let's not... this goes down, this goes here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm not sure how fast these are. Let's do on the outside then. And there. Good, good. And then these ones need 5 every 15 seconds, and we have 8, so 20 every 15 seconds. That's wrong. 5, 20, 40 every 15 seconds, which is fine with half a belt. So this belt is red and green, and this is where we are going to blow stuff up. Good. 3 and 4. That wasn't too bad. So we have red going up. Actually, we have all of them going up because I want this to be visually clear so I don't make belts like that. Good and good. And then we do some more boom boom. Yes. So this one goes there, I guess. And then this one goes here. So this one needs to go here. Like that. And that. And then we have the underground, he's going here. So that's the red and the green. Hopefully the green at least, but I believe it is. Yeah. I feel like this is wrong though. So if we remove this, and then we copy this. No, let's see. We copy this, but we do the cut. That's the wrong button. I'm changing the hot buttons here. So we go here. And then this one goes here. That's more compact and nicer. And looks like everything is functional. Okay, and then we need these to get their in. And we need to set the recipe on all of them, but we already did. Good. So now on the close side of the belt, on the top side, this side coming down here, we need the electric furnaces. And that's steel, reds, and stone brick. Do those need quite a lot of red chips? So I think they're going to get their own belt, or can they share? So these need 0.66 a second as well, which is 2 every 3 seconds, which is such awkward numbers to work with. But with 5-second craft time, with 5 machines, we make 1 every second. 4 machine, we make 1 every 0.8. Hold on, that doesn't make sense at all. I'm doing the numbers wrong. So with 4 machines, we do 4 every 5 seconds, which is 0.8 every second. Oh, it was correct. Okay. And we need 0.66. So 4 machines, is that it? I think so. But here we do 4 machines for 15, so we only need 1/3 of this. So we need 3 machines. Let's do 3 machines then. 1, 2, 3. And furnace, furnace, furnace. And then we go red from here. Sneaky. And we need stone and steel. And that's 10 every 1, but yeah, it's fine with half a belt for these as well without really doing the numbers, because 10 times 0.8 is a lot less than 15. So that's steel and bricks. And this is a shared belt, so that's really awkward. So how do we do that? I guess we make some undergrounds here, and then we do an extra split. So we do here, and then here, and here, and on the left side we have only bricks. Bricks. Okay, good. And now we made it really awkward to get this one on the same belt though. So if we go here and here and here, yeah, it's not that bad actually. And then we undergroundy here and probably there as well. And then we split off here with a down thing, and we go down like so. So because we had to double split to get only one product, and that belt is next to the thing on the bus we also wanted there. That's so messy. But then again, it's an opportunity for a spaghetti, so that's good at least. And it works. Kind of looks good as well. Although if we come back to this later and look at it, it's going to be, oh, what's happening here? I have no clue what's going on. We also need to turn this. Yes. Okay, so that's these ones, and those are going to go on a red belt, and they're going to go down here. And now for the oh, hold on. But the magic of this though is that we need the other side of the belt. We need the stone as well. So how can we do that? We need the stone as well. Yeah, I'm going to redo some stuff here, I think, because we're going to get this belt out as a this is a bit messy, but everything is just going to end up in a storage container, and then it's going to be fixed when we do recycling. So that's fine. Let's place one of these here so the bots won't struggle as much. Yeah, that's better for them. And remove, and there we go. So we do one belt that is a full belt that goes here, and this belt needs to be over here as well. Lamps, but no electricity. We need to connect the power here somehow. That's going to happen later though. Oh, it is a bit dark. Let's see if we can use substations for this. Can use substations for this part at least. So if we go, let's see how click and drag works for those. Just fine, apparently. So we only need one out, so here, then out, out, and here, and then out, out, and here. I'm not sure if that even made sense, but I like this. So completely lost my train of thought because we're doing several things at the same time. So we have the red, which I'm not sure if I like the solution of, but I think there's going to be enough red on that one belt. I think so, I hope so. Maybe I should actually do the numbers. So this is 15 every second. And these take 4 every second, I believe it was. 0.66. So it's a bit less. And these ones, 5 every craft. And this is 5. Yeah, so this is the same. This is enough actually. A bit less than 4 every second. And they a bit less than 8 every second. Oh, I did the numbers too fast for them to. Yeah, so we need 5 every craft, and we need 1 craft for every 3 science. And we're going to do 2 science a second. But we're going to increase the speed of the machine at some point to 1.25. It's important when it comes to belts. So we have 0.66 a second times 1.25, and a fourth of 0.66 is about 0.8. So 0.8 a second times, that was just rough numbers, but times 5 is 4 a second. And the same for this, because it's the same ratio, it's just slower, so we need more machines. And that's 8 a second, and this one carries 15, so it's more than enough. More than enough. Okay, now this means that we have brick and steel needed, and that's probably this belt. But if we do, oh, I might have something sneaky here. We can just do the rails here. We actually don't need to bring them up here. That takes less space as well. So, and those need steel as well. Probably a lot more steel though, because we decided that these need 0.66 of each of those, but you time that by 30. That's 20 a second, and the rail need 10 steel a second for just the rails. That's not too bad though, because if these need 4, no, they need 8. So we might need a full belt, or we just do it like this and then we upgrade the belt to blue later. Yeah. So half a belt of steel, which can go, oh wow, full inventory. Okay. No more crap like this. Oh, poor bot. I think we just moved, yeah, outside the system there, and they struggled. So, we can do this belt, and we do steel on, I guess this one, let's say, steel and stone brick. 5. We can do, I was thinking we could do on 2 different belts, but that's a bit, let's see. So we do these on the upside, I think, but we need steel. So steel, let's get the steel, and we need iron. But first of all, steel, and let's do steel here. And here, and let's just let's not turn these belts, let's just do undergrounds. And here, no, we're going to do full belts, so we do it here instead. Boop and boop. So that's steel. And then the rails itself need iron sticks, and sticks is just iron. These make 2 sticks every half a second, and these need 1 stick every half a second, so it's 2 to 1. But can we do, I was thinking direct insert, but this feels more and more awkward. I actually think we need to split this belt. But how? Let's split it. Let's do some fun stuff here. So we do here, we do yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be spaghetti goodness, and it's going to function perfectly when we're done. So we need stone at the top, and that would be like so. And and then we have bricks here. Good. And then here we have the steel, and because I'm doing a full belt, we're going to go like this, and yeah, this is a full belt. Let's see. If we go like this, okay, so now we have the correct belts here. So that would be here. Good. And I think we're going to do this one as not as close, no, because this belt is going to be out here. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So this is done now. Steel and stone and red. And this one is going to need to be on both sides of the belt because we're going to fill the belt. So let's do the numbers again. 2 every half a second. For every second we need 7.5. So 2 machines on each side. 2 machines make 8 a second, but it's 15 though, so 4 every side. So well, on both sides. So let's do it here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we have belt. So this is the belt where we're going to have the rails happening, like so. And these are going to need 1 of each, so we're going to have to move them up a bit. Maybe here. Sure. And then we're going to have a direct insert. So here and here. And there. These need in. And then we turn these and put them here. And then belt going here. This is very, very awkward because these need to obtain, no, hold on. How about this? Yeah, that that actually works. So here we go. Ah, that's magic. I like it. So this one is going here. And it's going here. I guess I should have done the belts last because of the movement of things, but I think it looks fine. 1 space between, sure. We have more than enough space for this. So then this one probably don't need a full belt, so half a belt going here. Boop. And then we do the same up here, which means here. And half a belt. And you go here. Nice. Or should I say functional? I think it's nice though. I like this. So that's power. Let's actually power it. Didn't. Oh, it didn't get played. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Time to go to bed. This is apparently too hard right now. And oh, let's try with the substations. Yeah, that's good. Can we get all? No. Oh, I can't get that one on the end there. And so iron sticks. And oh, copy this and paste. Can it? Yeah, it does get enough product. And these ones need inserters as well. I really like this solution. That's fun. So we need to get it on this belt here. So that's like so. And this should be pretty close to a full belt now. If we do stacks, I think stack inserters, or if we do, let's see. No, it gets rid of all of its product, so it's fine. So that's here and here. These ones are suddenly working. No. Oh, that's there. Perfect. So we have these happening, which means we need these happening. And we need the blue ones. Let's just do one so we can copy, paste. Let's cut this one out and get it closer here and here. Then we need to get this belt all the way to the science actually. Oh, that's worse. That's worse than I thought. Maybe we should move the science. Belt it around here. Maybe we do actually. Let's see. So let's place the inserters anyway. So that's here and here. So we align these with the lump, and with the not with the lump there, but with the lump here. That doesn't work though, because these need as well. Good and good. And we need these to somehow produce stuff. And that's like so. I think that's it. I think that's science. I feel like this is too small an array, but I don't think it is, because they have 1/3 of a craft time of these. I think it's fine. I think we're done. We need to funnel it, of course, to the science facilities, the labs, but that's not going to happen today because apparently this took a very long time. But this is a good solution, I believe. And one of the reasons it took so long was because I'm inexperienced with this one, and because this belt is a shared belt. So I would probably recommend for everyone that take the space to use one belt for each product if you are uncertain, because this is silly and this is silly. But I guess it's like silly string, fun and colorful and well, silly. I was about to say functional, but I don't think really silly string has a function. So let's see, electric furnace, rail, we need rail. But this is purple science. Good. So, so we're going to spaghetti this belt either around this side here, or we're going to find a way to get it down the bus. Might be some weaving, might be just squiggle it through, but we'll sort it next time. But we have these irons being made now, and we make quite a lot. And for now, it does actually look like they are getting enough product, but we'll do the count in the next episode when they have been on for a while. So thank you all for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the spaghetti. Bye bye.